What if I told you the most powerful document in American history might not survive modern America? Imagine 330 million Americans arguing on cable news, posting on social media, lobbying, protesting, canceling, all trying to agree on one single document that defines freedom, power, and rights. The Constitution wasn't written in a time of tweets, algorithms, corporate lobbying, or 24-hour outrage. It was written with quill pens, with candlelight, by men who couldn't imagine the world we live in today. So here's the question no one likes to ask. What if the U.S. Constitution was written today? I'm Clyde Chester, and this is History of United States. This isn't fantasy. This is a mirror, and what we see might surprise you. The United States Constitution is often treated as sacred, untouchable, timeless, almost mythical, but it was written by humans, responding to the fears, limits, and conflicts of their time. This episode explores a bold thought experiment. What would happen if Americans tried to write the Constitution today? By examining modern politics, technology, cultural divides, and forgotten micro-histories of the original Constitutional Convention, we'll uncover how radically different or shockingly familiar America's founding document might look in the 21st century. Let's start with something many Americans forget. The Founding Fathers never believed the Constitution was flawless. James Madison openly admitted it was a compromise. Benjamin Franklin said he doubted its perfection. Alexander Hamilton warned it would need revision. The Constitution wasn't divine, it was practical. It was written by men who distrusted centralized power, feared mob rule, expected disagreement. Most importantly, they assumed future Americans would change it. In 1787, the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia was nothing but noble and orderly. It was hot, secretive, politically tense. Delegates argued constantly. Some threatened to walk out. Others accused rivals of betraying liberty. And here's the micro-history most people don't realize. The Constitution was written by compromise, not consensus. Big states versus small states, Federalists versus anti-Federalists, slave states versus free states. Nothing passed cleanly. So now ask yourself, if compromise was hard with 55 men in one room, what would it look like with 330 million Americans today? If the Constitution were written today, it wouldn't start in a quiet hall. It would start online. Live-streamed, hearings, trending hashtags, clipped sound bites, outrage cycles measured in minutes. Every clause would be fact-checked, memified, politicized. Instead of debates lasting weeks, opinions would harden in seconds. The founders feared factionalism. Today, factionalism has Wi-Fi. The First Amendment is the crown jewel of American liberty, but written today, it would face serious challenges. Questions modern Americans would argue over. Is social media a public square? Can misinformation be regulated? Where does hate speech end and free speech begin? Who controls online platforms, government or corporations? In 1787, speech meant pamphlets, town halls, newspapers. Today, it means algorithms, deplatforming, virality. The debate wouldn't be about whether speech should be free, but how free is too free. Shall not be infringed. 4 words, endless arguments. Written today, the Second Amendment debate would dominate the entire convention. Modern questions. Does the amendment protect ownership or militias? How do assault weapons fit into a digital age? Can public safety coexist with absolute rights? In 1787, there was no standing army. Militias were local defense. Guns were slow, personal tools. Today, Firearms are political symbols. Violence is broadcast live. Fear moves faster than law. Any modern wording would be longer, tighter, and far more specific. And even then, half the country would reject it. Here's a shocker. The original Constitution barely passed, and Americans today are far more divided. Modern America struggles to agree on history, truth, authority, trust. A modern constitutional convention might collapse, stall indefinitely, produce multiple drafts, or never ratify anything at all. And that says something powerful. This question isn't about replacing the Constitution. It's about understanding it. The document survived because it allowed disagreement. It evolved through amendments. It balanced idealism with realism. The founders didn't give us answers. They gave us a framework for argument. The Constitution wasn't meant to freeze America in time. It was meant to challenge every generation. If written today, it would look different, but it would face the same struggle. How do free people govern themselves without destroying the freedom they're trying to protect? That question has no final answer. And maybe that's the most American thing of all. I'm Clyde Chester, and this has been History of United States. If this episode made you uncomfortable, good, because democracy isn't comfort, it's responsibility.